holy wow. 3 minute 25 in this game is gonna be already pretty sick. Did more difficult to be taken out, but djakette is coming in with this attack. I didn't think he would force it. Oh my god, the Marines barely escaped the Bailings. The Thor is fat enough, but the Zerglings surrounding the mains connect with the Marines. With the Thor alive though, those units can still be driven off, so just move commanding. He's just commanding the infestors, could just fungal. Oh, sick fungal, but he turns around to fight the Bailings. The Mountain cannot be moving. The single window by the Ultras crash through everything, and djakette takes it in drones. This, oh my god, the entire base is dead. Might actually hit. Will it hit? Yes, it will. The chosen look at the boom! Hello my good friends and welcome to another StarCraft 2 cast from me, the Big Fluids, and today I bring you a very special game. Well, hopefully, because this has been played on the ladder by a good friend of mine. He has been gaining some good MMR, and actually I've been losing to him more than winning for the past couple of weeks, which didn't used to be, so I'm very hyped to cast this game for you guys, because this is said to be an absolute banger played on the ladder. And you're looking at the red main base of the red Terran. In front of mine, it is All-In's mech. And his opponent, in the bottom right corner, it is, well, I don't know him, but he's gonna bring up one hell of a fight, and we're gonna see that. It is the Blue Zerg djakette. Actually, quite like the name, not gonna lie. And here we are looking at an 2 minute 40 TVZ that has already started. Because, well, early game just be early game stuff. So we skipped it. Nothing out of the crazy did happen. The Zerg played a normal hatch gas pool, Terran a Reaper expand. As you can see, the CC has been finished. The factory is on its way. Speed has been started. There's no third base yet for the Zerg. One unusual part, but the Reaper nearly gets caught, but gets microed out of it. One Zergling kill to its name. No third base yet for the Zerg. Of course, you can delay your third base as a Zerg by quite a, oh my god, by quite a bit. It's not that bad actually, and holy wow. 3 minute 25 in this game is gonna be already pretty sick. We have a 3 minute 25 layer incoming with 4 gases, no third base. Of course, mech scouts it because he sees there's no third base, which means obviously it has to be some 2 base stuff. I mean, there could be like a hidden expansion somewhere, maybe on the gold over here, but this is so difficult to defend that usually it's simply not worth it, especially on Taito Citadel. No idea how to pronounce that map name. But mech on the other hand, he's getting to his 30C, nearly finished. And this is gonna be the most standard a Terran can be in the modern days of StarCraft 2. We have 3CC, Hellion, Banshee with Cloak. We'll surely get a tech lab add-on on this barracks pretty soon. First 2 Hellions join up with the Reaper. The second, well, third or fourth are on its way. Still no third base with the Spire in the front and a couple of Zerglings. At least there won't be any real scouting for mech into the main base unless the Reaper jumps through the little jump spot. But then obviously Speedlings are quick enough. Mech, does he commit? He does commit! This is not what you want. This is a 2 base Zerg. I would rather just actually save those units because oh my god, these don't get any value. However, I take everything back. They straight up saw the Spire. And yeah, now Meg knows exactly what's up. He starts the second Banshee. He's gonna land his 30C, 40 workers. I would like for him to get up to 50 workers before getting the third base down. Usually because it gives you enough time to get the second and third Rex. That actually should already be on the way. Okay, those are quite late. The second and third Rex. Usually it gets you time to get these sort of up. You can get your like say the defense going, you can all start the upgrades, and you already have a decent size of Marines, maybe a tank or 2 to defend the third base location, because if you would play against a normal Zerg with a normal speed on the third hatchery, and then he would commit into like some sort of Zerglings for like run-bys after the Hellion pressure. Like the Hellions aren't usually off the map, and then the Zergling run-bys, then the third base is usually too far down. However, in this instance, we have 10 mutas already on the way, so we really saved up the gas with those quick 4 gases. Mech knows it, he starts up turrets, but I don't think singular turrets with a single marine at a time is going to cut it, to be honest. So we don't have any real anti-air as djakette goes back into his droning. The mutas show up, the turret. We do have some SCVs for repair. djakette actually is, I think, fine committing to this because you're losing a lot of SCVs, but not that much that it's worth losing the mutas for. Oh my god, 4 more SCVs show up. They start to repair. This turret already has 4 muta kills. It will get a 5th muta kill. And this, with this third base, is, yeah, exactly, it needs to lift. I mean, we lose 4 mutas for it. But all in all, this was almost worth it because you lift up the third base. There's no mining yet. Meanwhile, the 2 banshees on the other side also are killing quite a lot of drones. Actually, 8 drones in total. Maybe the queen or some Zerglings in there as well. The overseer finally popped. The banshees are now sacrificed to kill as many drones as they can, and they also get a really good chunk. And after all of this exchange, djakette didn't know it was banshees. Avoided the mutas. He's going for the gold base, but I think right now, with losing those 4 mutas for a single turret, we have 3 CCs, a lot of energy for mules potentially, so we really don't struggle for eco that much. A couple of Zerglings go in, and like the turrets place a little like pilot wall over here, but now the mutas get in, the Zerglings focus down the turret, the repair comes through, it's not enough, but the Marines stim in, we lose once again a couple of mutas and all the Zerglings. And don't lose any SCVs. And Mech is now getting to the driver's seat. He is forgetting his upgrades. No, we don't have an armory for 2-2. We didn't even start combat shield. It just started now, so Mech's not playing perfect. Maybe a little flustered by not having his third base on the time he wants. But with this gold base, the Zerg can actually get quite far ahead if he manages to saturate it. So right now we're just going across the map with 1-1 Stim Marines. I guess 2 Hellbats once they arrive, and on the other side we only have Lynx and actually only Lynx and Mutas because there's no Baneling Nest finished just yet. We also have +1 melee upgrade, so that means we don't have any armor against those +1 Marines. And this is going to be a lot of firepower. The Hellbats are in the back now, which means we can't really kite through the corners. Mutas are on top of the Marines, and actually, we barely don't have enough mutas to trade those Marines. Mech stims forward, the drones are evacuated, and with this tank in the back, the third base of djakette is dead. However, he still has the gold, so if he can drive this away somehow, mutas come back in. Oh my god, good focus fire on the first 2 mutas. There's 1 really low muta, and that makes some Zerglings hash. Marines don't come back. Combat shield is not yet finished. It's about to finish, but with the reinforcement Zerglings, djakette can defend this push and drive Mech away. The medivacs are all out of energy. He loses actually 2 of the medivacs left, only saving 1 of the medivacs if it even came back. And with his gold base, djakette can just send the... Oh my god, he scouts it with a scan! I take everything back. Okay. That's sick. I was about to say that he can just go with the drones on it and have a fully saturated 1.5 bases of mining with those 12 patches. Because obviously gold minerals mine 8 minerals a trip. So if you have, if you have 6 gold mines, 6 gold minerals, then you pretty much have a, 8 blue mineral patch base. And with 12 you have over 1 base of mining. As you can see right now in the minerals tab, Mech has 6, oh my god, the holy mules. We have 4 mules on 62 workers, and the Zerg is only like 500, not even 500 below in the minerals, just because he has the gold. Oh my god, the 2 medivac drop gets caught by some stray Zerg. Mech not quick enough in the response. Loses 16 supply of mutas, 16 supply of marines. And djakette has his +2 on the Mutas finished soon. Baneling speed is finished soon as well. Gets his +1 armor, gets +2 on the melee already. For Overlord's 51 workers, he's retaking his, well, 3rd base, which is now his 4th. He gets Burrow. I really like Burrow in this scenario. And Mech is getting his Thors out. Gets a couple of Liberators. The Liberator probably to harass this base against Mutas. I mean, yeah, if you can make another diversion somewhere on the map, I think having a harassment Liberator is really good. Station Fit now coming in as well for the potential hive. His max 3-3, however, his upgrades are really quick. Well, after he is the latest 2-2, especially because he goes into +2 vehicle armor, which means those Thors and Hellbat and pretty much anything out of the factory starport will have a lot more armor and will be more difficult to be taken out. But djakette is coming in with this attack. I didn't think he would force it. Oh my god, the Marines barely escaped the Banelings. The Thor is fat enough, but the Zerglings surrounded the Banes connect with the Marines. With the Thor alive though, those Mutas can still be driven off, so djakette goes on through with the Mutas, is now trying to, oh my god, get on the tanks, but with the turrets, the Marines coming out of the bunker, almost every single Mutalisk is killed. And this right before his +1 armor finishes, so maybe a bit of an anti-timing. But Mech defends this attack really well. djakette starts his hive, 3-3, halfway done. The production looks, yeah, 8 Rex, 2 factory, 1 starport, maybe add on another starport actually. Maybe even a 3rd factory if you truly need, if you get like into like a 5 base scenario, then maybe. But 2 free Overlords out to be picked off, so that's some free kills. The gold base, however, has not been harassed and is still mining with 13 workers at a time. So the money coming from this base in the very super late game is technically a like split base, because any one of the 2 players could take it. So taking it already now would be, in a super late game scenario, be benefiting for the Zerg, or beneficial for the Zerg, because the minerals, obviously taking a center or like a shared base from either side means you get the minerals, but every mineral you get, the opponent does not. So Mech finally wants to take his chance at the 4th base. djakette is moving away. Now he's moving back. He slowed down on the Muta production by a lot, but he's much heavier on the Lings and Banes. Mech just posturing around. 3-3 just finished. Concussive shells on the way and +1 vehicle weapons. 2 more CCs. While an Ultralisk Cavern on the side of the Zerg. Both players around the 140 supply mark. Mech ahead in workers. Wait, what? Why did... What? He stopped mining? Why did he do that? Mech sees it with the Widow Mine. It's like, oh no. Yeah, he sees there's no workers anymore. Oh, djakette, you could have just taken this. Just kept mining. He has Burrow, so maybe just burrow a Zergling here, or like 2 Zerglings actually, to see the movement, and then you always know when to retreat the workers. Instead, he, I guess, rallied to this normal 4th base, getting all the upgrades now, +3 for melee, and I guess flyer attacks, +2 armor, adrenaline glands halfway. Mech is getting adrenaline claws, starts his ghost production, more liberation on the way, more CCs, vehicle attack, only has 3 medivacs with this army, something I don't like actually, because you can't really retreat. And Mech knows that there is not a lot of mutas left, so I would like to have more medivacs to retreat. Well, if it gets dicey, he has Widow Mines and the Thor to take care of the mutas, so the medivacs shouldn't be that big of a focus for the Zerg at this moment, but Mech seems otherwise. He is max right now, with about the same army supply. djakette is like 20 behind, but, well, there's still a creep. We have Ultras about to pop. Upgrade-wise, it's not too bad for the Zerg, but would definitely get better without the time. Now the Liberators show up. Now the drones are getting taken out. Mech decides to stim. He sees the Ultras. And there's this single ghost in the mix. Oh! Whoa. I mean, It's only a single direction. The Zerg cannot flank from this position until he takes out those rocks, but then we have Widow Mine spread around on the back. So djakette decides to just give this base up. Mech is completely maxed out. Zerg is now back on, well, I guess 4 bases, because this one, the gold is not mining. The retaken third is dead. The 4th base is mined with 2 drones only, and this one just gets saturated right now. So we have like 1.5 bases of mining for the Zerg, and mech is full saturated on 4 bases, 75 workers. Should get the 5th down rather soon. And maybe push out his planetaries a little further out. Because we are getting... Mech is getting ready to turtle up. Like, his SimCity on the 3rd base is insane. He has bunkers, some tanks, good SimCity, good HP. Has not killed his own rocks yet, so there are artificial. There are chokes still in place. 5th base goes to the top, but there's a Barrow Zergling and Overlord. This one, I think I would rather him take this base, because you can just reposition this tank to the bottom and then have a complete control over this area. Because you still have the chokes on top, and the Zerg can come from 2 sides over here, but then you still have the tower you can control. While you only need to worry about technically your 4th base, and then, well, I guess this, and that's it. So if he takes this, he has to worry about this, he has to worry about coming from the bottom, and then obviously getting flanked from 2 sides on this position. The fallback is nice, but retreating into your SimCity is not that easy. Single Widow Mine gets a couple of drone kills. djakette not taking this bottom base because mech is holding a Widow Mine on it. Only 59 workers for the Zerg, but he is, well, nearly maxed out, so the army size for djakette is insane. And with the chitinous plating and all those ultras and a couple of infestors and even still some units left in the air, this is a extremely efficient... What a sick Widow Mine in! This army composition is really good to take a singular dominating fight, but mech sees the infestors. Mech is still getting all the upgrades, ship weapons, building armor, smart servos, 2 more CCs, I guess it's ultra speed, what gives him with wings. Cute little bio run by, I think mech just wants to get rid of some supply and see what he can trade it out for. Kills 2 of the buildings, which is, well, total lost. He's having a lot of money in the bank, but Zerg is maxed, and whenever you're maxed, there is a chance. Simple as that. But mech replenishes this lost bio with just better units, more liberators, tanks, and ghosts. So the turtle machine is in full force. However, this 5th base right now has no turtle nation yet, and djakette maybe realize this. There's no planetary, there's no anti... Oh my god, he's just move commanding. He's just commanding the infestors could just fungal. Oh, sick fungal, but he turns around to light the Bailey. The mountain cannot be moving. The single Widow Mine, the ultras crash through everything, and djakette takes an insane fight on this 5th base. And this is what I mean. I mean, to be fair, he only came from 1 side, but it wasn't set up yet because it's harder to set up. But now with the mutas, the +2 +3 mutas will take this CC without much problems. And mech is back to the 4 bases. djakette is just double expanding into this 5th base and the gold, re-expanding on the gold. Not taking this one just yet. This Widow Mine getting slowly but surely some kills. His next target, oh, well, slightly off cooldown. Kills 1 more drone. djakette has vision of the potential 5th bases for mech with those Barrow Zerglings. So he knows more ultras, and with this fight, as I said, if you are mechs, there is a chance. And the army was really good against what mech had at this moment because this 5th base wasn't set up. So djakette still maxed out, 20 army supply ahead with pretty similar worker count. However, mech already has 8 orbital commands, so technically mineral income is not a problem. You're probably going to just sack this to take out this gold, which I think is fine. I mean, yeah, you lose 60 marines, 2 medevacs. Yeah, you do. But I think it's okay taking out a shared base for that instance. And make sure that the tank doesn't get spotted. And with this djakette, maybe just wants to run into the bottom, but double planetary might be a little bit too much. And now, this is the setup that I mean. If this planetary finishes, djakette cannot fight in this again. We have tons of turrets. We have the liberators, we have a couple tanks, and then with a ghost in the back, there will be a lot of potential snipes, especially on those ultras before they connect, because we lost the infestors, and djakette never remade them. Units, there you go. We don't have only 12 banelings, 71 zerglings though, but djakette thinks otherwise. Oh my god, the single widow might get so many kills, and we move it again. The turrets don't care about the mutas at all. However, the mutas were focusing on the ghosts, so the ghosts couldn't snipe, so the ultras come in yet again. And with those actually 6 play on the mutas, Meg is forced to lift the bit again, but this was so expensive. No, we don't get one more snipe. So djakette knows this space is still not fully set up, and actually those mutas clicking on the ghost and with the glaives of the oh my god, mules, I say mules. And let's see, let's look at the income. Let's look at the income. 900 mules come in, 1900, 2000, 21, 24, 26, and he overtook the Zerg. 3k, 3.6k. Holy shit. Damn, mules are so insane. I mean, if you have 8 CCs, sure. Nuke incoming now. +1 flyer armor for the armor for the Zerg. +3 vehicle attacks, and I guess ship weapons, sort of called, for the Zerg Terran. It's also done. Corruptors are being made against those liberators. Meg sees. Yeah, this liberator is toast. Yep, just like that. And djakette actually took both shared bases. But this top base will not stand for long. Meg is moving in. It's not much, but it's enough. The retreatment path is quick enough that it doesn't really matter. But djakette just moves into the bottom side, double planetary. Actually, we don't have enough anti-air to actually really fight off the mass caustic spray, so we will lose. Oh no, we will lose the Ghost Academies. We lost both planetaries. We killed all the Zerglings yet again. We do save the SCV, so I think that's good. Mech only on 55, so losing any would, I guess, fine, but not the greatest. So he's just gonna drive this back. djakette taking a couple of really good fights, the last 3 times actually. And if you look at the units lost tab, we see that mech. Actually, I'm surprised that djakette lost 6k more, but I think there's still a lot of overlap in the beginning, and also the what's it called? Wait. Okay, you see, I was about to say he sees it, right? Yeah, we lose the queen and the static defense. There you go. This girl's just moving on. Nuke the bottom, so that might not be seen. Oh my god, it's nuke heaven! Let's go, Meg. But I think djakette just doesn't really care and just wants to go in again. He flies over the corruptors. I think this is okay. The bottom kills all the drones. This, oh my god, the entire base is dead. The queen falls as well. And this is insane value, but we go in again, with liberators. The SCVs are in small planetary, but we have Bailings in the mix. We don't have Bailings, so we can't really kill the SCVs then quick. Oh my god, the ghosts come back! There's no overseer, which means those ghosts can just go ham on everything. They start sniping, we lose the corruptors, we lose the ultras, the planetary still stands, and this was the first horrible fight in the late game for djakette. 3 nukes landing, well, 2 of them are just noteworthy, and then completely fumbling an attack. However, for some reason, djakette still has more money than Mag. To be fair, Mag has replenished all those turrets again, and eventually needs a 6th base. Otherwise, he won't survive if those shared bases get into any Zerg attention. This Ghost once again gonna nuke this base, and I think we might be taking out this hatchery with it as well. Nope, barely alive, 28 HP. Like, yeah, I mean, if you're stuck on 5 bases, your 4th base actually only has a single base of mining. Yeah, I guess he's forced to. Why? I mean, why would? Okay, I have an idea. If you do this, there's no point in having more SCVs in the league, right? And with this, he might be scaring djakette that he is still on a max out army, right? Like looking bigger than you actually are. So I don't mind the move. This goes will taking out power, but this one might actually hit. Will it hit? Yes, it will. The chosen annihilator. Look at the boom! We lose once again an entire base of drones, 12 in production, down to 53. This goes a hero with 23 kills. Will not get out, sadly, though. 3-2 cracklings only. But mech. 5th base finally completely set up. 3 more CCs on the way. More nukes. I don't know why he isn't producing any real armor. Because he needs a 6th base somehow. He's on 118 supply with 300 minerals and decides to go double planetary 3 CCs. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, that was so close. If this one would have hit, that would have been insane. But good find by djakette. 6th base. Now, will be set up soon, so there is a timer on when the Zerg can come in. Wait, this is not a planetary. That's the orbital. So, yeah, of course, just go in! However, not from a single side! Oh my god! He just moves the man, through tanks, standing by a widow mine, and just loses stuff for free, basically. He needs to replenish his corruptor count once again. The nuke on the top side, 20. Oh my god! This ghost just fucking destroyed this base. djakette actually might be overdroning with 13 more drones on 84. Will he see it? Will he see it? Will he see it? He will win a land though! Oh, barely not! However, at the bottom, I don't think djakette sees this. Oh, the queens are not enough! And we will lose everything on this range yet again! And the girls can even kill the queens! Well, maybe... Oh my god. Man, those nukes are basically what's keeping mech in this game. And this is what I mean. This position is so sick. You have high ground from the right side. The bottom is not that wide, right? If you have a planetary here, you can retreat back to your sim city. And this is much easier to hold than this 5th base. Oh my god, that nuke shot is dirty. How many will we get? 22? 29, we get the Overlord, we get the gas, and more drones. And he's burning the forest! Damn, mech doesn't like climate change, I guess. Another nuke has to be cancelled. The ghost killed by spines and spores. More nukes in production, and mech still only on 114 supply. I don't think mech has built any army unit in the past like 3 minutes or so. Now we will. This is basically mech's entire money gone for 4 liberators, 2 more ghosts, and 2 marauders. But I don't think djakette can actually fight into this, despite having the same army supply and being maxed. Another nuke ghost on the top. The ghost from the right side. I don't think we will reach it in time, so this nuke should go down. The drones are evacuated, so this is the right move from the Zerg. This ghost is DEAD. The drones. Drones biting on the ghost. Oh my god, the nuke spam continues. This is insane. 3 more nukes in production. We have constant nukes in production. Yeah, this one will land for free, no problem. Even more drones dead. With this watchtower, you can see into this, well, I guess 6th base. And with 6 bases and those constant nukes, I think there is a way that mech can hold out and get a win out of this if he keeps this up. However, yeah, I was about to say, what can the Zerg do to fight into those positions? I think it has to be Broodlords, right? I think it has to be Broodlords. So it's getting the Greater Spire, more drones, so we will approach the 90 plus mark. Which I think is too much. No, maybe it's just right. Nah, it's a little bit over here. Yeah, good defensive structure. Oh my god, there's so many nukes. This one will land first though. No drones evacuated. Just having 25 kills. This one is evacuated, so we only kill maybe the gas. Yeah, both extractors and nearly the hatchery. So those nukes are absolutely insane. However, djakette, no, stop making those drones. You have your Greater Spire about to finish. You don't need those drones. You need the Broodlords. Because what real answer do we have against Broodlords, right? We have one Thor and the Ghost, but the Ghost won't get close enough with the, well, I guess bug fix of the Broodlord. Oh my god. This Ghost position is insane at the bottom. Look at it again. We have some Broodlords on the way. 4 more. This one evacuated, so yeah, we kill the gas, steady defense. We re-nuke the top. Mech is relentless with those nukes. He's even microing the scopes to focus on the drones. Oh my god, this one will hit once again. There's so many drone kills from just nukes. It's insane. However, the Broodlords have arrived, so can the Ghosts get close enough to snipe them? Oh my god. Yes, they can! djakette's not react to it. The Ghost just sniped 4 Broodlords for free. Now moves in with Zerglings of all things. Don't have enough Corruptors against those. Wait, actually, why did Mech. Wait, there's no ground? This means we can't actually just snipe. Why don't you just undo those Liberators and kill the entire Mech? We nuke 2 plates at once again. But the Broodlords actually are pushing through. We still have 30 army supply ahead for the third. However, every single anti-air is dead at this moment with those Liberators. Even though they only have... Wait, we have 3-3 on everything. So C gets lifted. The nukes land once again. We kill almost both hatcheries. This one 24 HP. The Broodlords keep on moving in, but the Liberators are completely uncontested in the air and will kill all the Broodlords. This is +3. With +3, Liberators are actually quite a decent anti-air if you have enough of the splash. It's not to be underestimated. So djakette moves in with the drones from the bottom. This one, however, not. 31 drones dead like this. 76 kills on this Ghost. God damn, what a hero Ghost that is. Mech is moving across the map with Liberators. He is out of money. He spent so much on nukes. Both players are out of money, but Mech is ahead in army supply. And of course, mules do exist, so he keeps on nuking. This is insane. He will kill those. There's no Overseer at the moment. Is there? No, there's no Overseer. So if Ghost Cloak, there's nothing to detect. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Cloak, exactly. There's nothing. Now you have 23 energy to get away. I guess he won't. Oh my god. He does get it. This is insane. So the edge bases, the shared bases, are belong to no one. And because djakette still has his third base not really mined out, the total mining of the Zerg, I guess, is equal to the Terran in terms of what they mine over the course of the game. Holy shit, the resource lost step looks insane. The Ghost in the bottom, the Vikings on top. We repaired the orbital. However, the Corruptors will reign supreme for the moment with +3, +1 armor. Mech needs to figure something out on those Corruptors. However, those Corruptors cannot win the game for Lindbergh. So, I guess, Mech, yeah, repairs and then. Oh my god, the damage of Corrupt costing spray is insane. And he needs to move the Corruptors out of the way. Mech just replenishes DC because he has how many? 10 orbitals, 5 planetaries. And I don't think the Zerg has enough money, at least on his like available locations, to take on 5 planetaries. Yeah, I guess there's no real army on the ground, but 5 planetaries need a way to kill 5 planetaries. And I don't think Zerg has enough mineral income to know how to do it. Either he tries to retake this top base and has this almost full base. She tries it with Zerglings into tanks and Thors. Caustic Ray comes down again and he gets CCC, but he loses the Zerglings again. He's retaking this base with 700, 700, 400, 430, so I get, oh my god, Mega Nukes. Yeah, there's still no overseer, so he's forced to evacuate, which means this hatchery will get, whoa. Okay. Yeah, the income just lost out to the nukes. This was basically mech winning with nukes, despite having like 50 army supply less than the Zerg. But he manages to win out, and this is what I mean, what I meant earlier in the game. If you have this base in the top, this one is so hard to take, because obviously the flanking and stuff. So, Mech just keeps playing. I love it. So this is what I meant. This space is so much easier to take. You put the tanks on the high ground position, you have the high ground over here, a much easier retreat into your sim city, you can kite back. If this is a planetary, it's insane value. So technically the moment Mech got this space fully up and mining, without being in a threat of losing this position, he can freely take this one. Because this is just easier to take and hold. And with those constant nukes, there's so much those ghosts did. 23,000 resources lost more for the Zerg. Mech just keeps on playing. Insane, this is funny. But, well, this has been Mech vs. djakette, a 35-minute long ass macro game. And in the end, it is Mech who is the winner. So, say, I don't know, yay, Mech in the comments, I guess. This has been me, Beatflutes. Thank you for listening to my casting. Hope you enjoyed it. And see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.